Hello friends, hope you're well. In this video, I want to talk about another profitable niche that you should be going after when starting your home health care business. But first, let me tell you a quick story. Hopefully the story is not going to be too long. When I was living here with my family full-time, because now I do part-time in 3 different countries. But when I was living in Atlanta full-time with my wife and kids, I noticed this new group of people. They had money, but they were struggling with loneliness. And this group of people were divorced people. Let me tell you a story about this lady called Letty. She doesn't watch my videos, so it doesn't matter. She was one of our neighbors. So she lived in a different building. And me and my wife and kids, we lived in one building. I noticed something. Anytime that I went out with my kids, to the pool area, because the apartment complexes will have like a pool, common areas, right? So I would go out to the common area, play with my kids. This was actually before the pandemic. I was working online. I was working remotely at the time. I was always around my kids. So to a lot of people, that's very weird. So this Letty lady, anytime that I was out, would always be curious and come around. Do you know how those people just always be close? Eventually, she would drop compliments. She was in her early 60s, I think. And she lived a really good, comfortable life, by the way. She was renting a 1-bedroom unit. So she would always come around and, drop compliments here and there. But I never really took her seriously like that. You get what I'm saying? Because I was like, this is just some lady who lives in the complex, and she just likes kids or whatever. And sure enough, she did like kids, because eventually her and my wife started talking. She exchanged numbers, so she started opening up and started sharing about how she has all these kids that are grown up now, and she loves kids. So this lady was unfortunate because her husband had passed away. So sometimes she would even offer, hey, if you guys need some babysitting, I'm here, I can help you guys babysit. But again, we didn't take her seriously because we didn't understand her situation like that. And also, there was another lady from church. She started coming around again. She was single, she had never been married, and she was running a home business. She was quite successful, and she would always contribute to the church, good money too. She would always come around. Eventually, we invited her over to one of our kids' birthday parties, and she came, she brought gifts. She started opening up again to my wife about how, she's looking for a husband, she's looking to get married, but, no man is taking it seriously because all the guys that see her with all this money, they just want to take advantage of her. I'm like, damn, man, poor lady. Again, she was in her early 60s. So her and Letty lived alone, and they have money. But what they lacked was companion. This is why you find a lot of these ladies, when they get to that age, they start collecting cats. They're craving companionship. So it got me curious. I started investigating, and I got all the information that I needed. It wasn't until years later now, I'm connecting the dots now. If you understand this demographic of lonely, or maybe their partner might have passed away, if you understand how they operate, how they function, and you know how to cater to their exact needs, simple things such as, I just explained to you that once ladies get to that certain age, they start collecting pets. It might not be cats, but they might collect dogs. So if you're starting a home healthcare agency, these are some of the things you need to think about. Are you a cat person? Do you like cats? If you don't like cats, don't go for that demographic. But if you do like cats, if you like pets, then you need to start paying attention that these are some of the things that these people care about. When you're trying to appeal to this demographic, if you approach them and say, listen, we also offer pet sitting services. I can help you take your pet to the vet. I can help you take your pet to grooming. As a value add, oh man, you're hired. You're hired on the spot. Do you know how many single, lonely, rich ladies that are out there living in mansions with pets? There's so many. They survive on alimony, or maybe they got a half in a divorce. So they're sitting good, like this Letty lady. It turns out that the rent that she was paying for that 1 bedroom was from life insurance because her husband had passed away. So the life insurance policy allowed her to be able to afford to live in this apartment complex. So she didn't have to worry about where her rent money was coming from, because that was taken care of. Because her husband, before he passed away, had a sweet life insurance policy. See, that's the kind of stuff you need to start thinking about, guys. Even in the conversations that you're going to start to have with these people, these are some of the things you need to be aware of. If a client that fits this particular demographic and they live in a rich neighborhood and they're telling you that they need your services, you need to start understanding that they're operating on deep pockets. They're not looking for somebody that's just going to come and do the work. No, they're looking for good value for their money. What that means is that you're adding value on top of caring for this person, because what they care about is that pet, the companion pet. So you need to care about that pet as well, as much as they care about it. They'll pay whatever you say. How much is it? How much is your services? $15,000? No problem, we're paying that. You know why? Because your competition is not going to do it. Your competition is not going to care about that pet. Your competition is not going to care about taking that pet to the vet. These people are sensitive. People with money are hypersensitive. They've been screwed over so many times, and they know how people are. People are snakes out here. People are very irrational when it comes to money. People behave funny. Have you ever tried to loan somebody money and see how much they dodge you? I loaned somebody like money. I'll never do this again. I loaned this lady money, and she came to me nicely, you know, through my wife, of course. Sweet talk my wife. This is a relative. You know how it is. Came to us nicely. Oh, I need money. You know, I'll pay you back in 3 months. Oh, it's been 9 months. Where's my money? Now she's dodging. Family functions, she's not there. We throw like a get together for the family. She doesn't show up because she's guilty. People behave funny when it comes to money, guys. And rich people know the same thing. They're takers. Human beings are takers. So you need to be a giver. You need to give as much value as you possibly can. And they'll pay you for it. They'll compensate you handsomely for it. I hope you got some value from this video. If you're ready to work with the best, here's what this means. Because a lot of you guys are stuck. You're stuck in your emotions. You're emotional. I get it. We're emotional. Even me, I'm very emotional. I'm very sensitive. We need to get you unstuck. Also, we need to have you focused on who you're going to go after. Who's out there that's got this money that you need? And how do you get in front of these people? How do you get your message in front of these people so you can convince them that you are the best, that they should be doing business with? Schedule time. I'll put a link in the description of this video. And I'll talk to you soon.